replicating the same problem in the same regime, in the new regime.
Yeah.
So how can we develop this idea
Okay.
of generating new people
Well,
with
let's
young ages?
think about it this way. In order for any person or any organization to develop and self-actualize, we need to fulfill the basic needs first. Where is safety? Where is food? Where is shelter? Where is love? Where is understandings? We need to put this first in the basics. We cannot focus in education without giving the proper nutrition, proper parenting to the children, understanding and love. This is the basics, and the basics here is not fulfilled yet. So you cannot now talk about education and things like this, and the basic is not there. We need first from the government to put practical solutions to poverty, the problem of traffic, the problem of having a one visionary agenda for the whole country. We need to work together. We need mutual understandings and respect.
The solutions that we were actually promised before the
Yes.
Or during the revolution and
Yeah.
before the presidential elections. Of
Exactly.
course.
Exactly.
Right, Mr. Fahmy, also, if we talk with you as an expert, a human development expert, from the point of human development, or practically speaking, it would take us time, even for the government, the current government or the coming government, if there is a government to come later on, it would take them time to try to inflict changes, progress, development, and try to satisfy the needs of the people, the layman in the street, in order to end that sense of frustration and polarization. But as a human development expert, how would you try to change that fact on the ground? If you're assigned to try to inflict some change between the people who are polarized, how would you try to convince them not to resort to solutions like that?
First, we need, as people who have the proper education and they need to contribute and want to add value, we need to come together and think what kind of projects that we can make with regard to education, with regard to creating awareness for people, how they would be living. So we need here also the contribution of the people who have the resources. I mean the resources of education and the physical resources, money. So we need to work together. How can we visit the poor people, for example, and create some awareness, add some value with helping them with education, shelter, food. So we need to work together as people of this country, and we should not wait for the government to take steps.
Yes.
We as nation, we should come together. Every one of us has something to add. And as people working in for example, the human development area or any area, we can work together to do something and create some organizations, NGOs that would positively affect people behavior and make a positive change.
Mr. Hussein Fahmy, the human development expert, thank you very much for being with us today on Nile Cruise.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now it's time to go out for a quick break, so stay tuned for us.
The Governorate of Luxor hosted the opening ceremony of the African Film Festival, which was followed by movie screenings at the Cultural Palace at the Luxor Conference Hall and Rowing Club. A lot of prominent figures attended the event, among them the Governor of Luxor, Dr. Izzat Saad, who gave an opening speech about the importance of this festival, especially in this critical time.
think with confident that the festival achieved its aims. First of all, it is a manifestation of cultural exchange with the African countries. Secondly, it was good for the promotion of tourism to Luxor and Egypt in general, due to the foreigners that participated in the festival. And it was also a good opportunity for us to prove that Egypt is safe. Egypt is not Cairo, and things are okay in cities like Luxor, Aswan, and so on.
During the event, various films from different countries were displayed, including them the Kenyan film Nairobi, Half-Life, and Senegalese film The Boat, which were admired by the audience and the jury.
This award, it's from Luxor Film Festival. So Luxor in Egypt, it's my first time to participate in any festival in Cairo. And by the way, Cairo, it's my roots from my mom. So Egypt is my roots. And Luxor, especially, it's my roots from my mom. And I'm very happy to have this award in Egypt and in Luxor.
At the closing ceremony, the awards were handed to the winning films, which included a long Tunisian film and a Kenyan film, while the award of the martyr Al-Husseini Abu Daif went to the Egyptian film The Eyes of Freedom.
We want to see more productions being made in Africa. Egypt already has a very well-established film industry. We respect what Egypt has done because the people of Egypt come to see Egyptian films. That's very special because in many parts of Africa it's not like that. So we look to Egypt as a very good example of how we can follow. I know that the most popular films in the Egyptian box office are Egyptian films, not Hollywood films. We want to see this, so we like Egypt for that example.
At the end of the festival, several shows were held at the temple at the western side of the governorate. The event was organized by the Independent Shabab Foundation, which was founded in 2006 and aims at helping talented artists across Egypt. And its mission is to support and encourage African film productions and partnerships between the countries of the continent. Nada Rabia for Nile International.
welcome back. You're still watching Nile Cruise as the social initiative is underway in Egypt to revive the nuclear energy project to face the severe energy crisis that is being faced here in the country. The Ministry of Electricity and its subordinate, the Egyptian Atomic Energy Authority, are hoping to achieve soon their nuclear aspirations, which have been dubbed a national project and an issue of national pride. Dr. Mounir Shahin, the international energy expert, is here to talk to us more in Nile Cruise about the energy crisis in Egypt and how to solve it in the future. Dr. Mounir Shahin, hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, as I've said in the introduction, we're facing a severe energy crisis here in the country. What are the main reasons to be starting with?
Well, as a matter of fact, again, even if they have already added some energy, but again, the population is increasing by a rate higher, much higher than the sources at the moment added. So if we compare the production of electricity in Egypt at the moment compared with other countries, we'll find, for example, India by 1,000 megawatts, producing at the moment 205,000 megawatts. South Korea, which started again the same like us in the 60s, at the moment is 80,000. Egypt is 30,000. So, as a matter of fact, the production of electricity in Egypt is relatively very small, and the population is increasing. So, even without deterioration for the units which is producing the electricity, the amount to produce is very low.
So, how can we increase the amount in the first place, and how we consume it in a better way?
Well, as a matter of fact, again, when you say consume it in a better way, and again, losses or something like that, as a matter of fact, again, there are global warming. So again, at the moment, air conditioning, whatever, is essential and it's very important. So we cannot reduce our consumption. Otherwise, we are comparing ourselves with others also. When you compare again the share of citizens in Egypt from electricity measured by kilowatt per year. Now, you compare this with Iceland, for example. Iceland, the citizen there consumes 31,000 kilowatt per year. Norway, for example, again, 27,800 per year. Egypt, 1,300.